And hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yes, it has been a while to another wonderful episode of FAE INC. So, I am again here with my wonderful, wonderful interns who are not at all worried about what might happen. It's our second to last episode. And everybody's looking so good and not at all stressed or thinking about what might happen. We're gonna start a little round of introduction. Emma, because I see you here on my screen first, do you want to tell us what's going on?
Hello, it's me. I'm here. I'm on your screen. I'm so calm and not concerned about anything at all. I'm Emma, and I am here playing Ariel, pronouns he, they, a wonderful glamour bard with an ever increasing number of social media followers.
And what is the last thing you remember what happened to your character?
Last thing that I remember that happened to my character specifically was waiting concernedly in the hallway outside of a variety of discussions that were taking place with La Llorona this on this university campus, and wondering distantly if we were all about to be arrested or just killed for disrespecting an archfey or any other variety of things. So he's doing great.
It sounds like nothing bad could ever happen to you. Uri, what's cooking good looking?
Oh God. Hi. Hi, I'm Irvy Fitz. You can find me across the internet as Irvy Fitz. I actually nothing's cooking. I'm here for a good time, long time, and running back into the forest time. I'm gonna be mousy for you today, halfling cleric who is really trying her best and really regretting some life decisions. Um, Recently found her boss, like the head of her firm, chilling in a VR headset room, hanging out with her totally not deceased kids. Um, anyway, I also believe, if I remember correctly, Mousy recently got a promotion that she doesn't actually know all of the details about, but is really scared to check her email.
That's valid. That's valid. I believe we've all been at that point before. Yeah, yeah. I really, really realized today that I've been speaking German for the last few days without any break or anything. So my accent's gonna be extra crispy today.
Love it.
Talking about things that are extra crispy, Jilly, how are you doing?
Don't know what that means, and I'm too scared to ask. Hi, I'm Jilly. I play Andy, who is a fairy order of astromancy wizard. And the last thing that I remember that happened to Andy, we did have she flew through the vent to talk to La Llorona, and we discovered that Puck had given La Llorona this VR magic headset experience. Um, and also, Andy got fired. I don't work for Dracul Health Insurance anymore because all of the places got bought by Puck. Right? That was one of the things that happened. Glitz and Glam bought everything, and I no longer have a job, so that's fine. I guess I could just nap.
Sounds like a absolutely fail-proof and solid plan to me. And last but not least, Evie, how's
Hi,
the
I'm
cat?
Evie. This is Vitali. He's being a little ornery. I play Celeste, and she is waiting for tomorrow, honestly, because one of the last major things to happen with Celeste was that Puck had spoken to her in a dream, um, and offered sort of a deal. It's really unclear what the aspects of the deal are, but that Puck would suggest to Coyote that they might be willing to trade off some of the shares of Coyote Communications that they own in exchange for me being in exchange for my contract, I think that Puck would then have my contract because Puck has my true name. I decided that was fine because I was screwed either way. So we're gonna wait until Monday and find out what my situation is. Because I don't know what's gonna happen with this. And then yes, we have found La Llorona, and I don't know what the heck we're supposed to do next.
You saying wait till Monday has reminded me that the relatively short amount of time in which all of this has taken place for these poor people.
Yeah, we're doing a full-on Twilight here.
Yeah,
Like-
it's been Friday night was our show. Saturday the crash, the stock it market, whatever, the FAE market crashed, and now we're Sunday finding La Llorona in a VR situation that Puck gave to her.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, you all met on Monday.
Yep,
Was that this Monday? Oh my god.
it's been less than a week.
What the hell?
You're muted, Irvi.
Yes, I was being enraged about the car crash that happened. That I, as Irvi, desperately want to know who was in that car and have for like 4 months now. But Mousy doesn't care.
Which
But
is really
Mousie's in
interesting.
charge now. Mousy could probably find out.
Mousy probably could find out, but Mousy don't have the brains for that. Mousy's stressed and doesn't want to check her phone.
Which is a great
Anyway.
question because I've also been sitting here for 4 months thinking about.
I want to know, Bard, so don't worry.
We had
I just
other
played a character who
stuff
doesn't
going
care.
on.
Look, we
There
were
were
immediately
vampire
being
hamsters.
You're immediately
Yeah.
trying to dissuade law enforcement.
there was
Yeah.
immediately a law enforcement repercussion that nobody could have
Instantly.
seen coming. Didn't that just out of left field? Nobody could have seen that. It was so wild.
completely unpredictable. It was utterly unpredictable.
So, what was unpredictable about that situation? Just I'm
I was the cop. Why was the cop chasing me? I had it under control. Let me be the cop.
What is unpredictable about a random car crashing into a public area? I don't know. All of it. Literally the situation. Unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
And
Anyway, what's wrong with me?
nothing. Everything is fine.
Great. You already mentioned La Llorona from last time. Anybody want to give us a quick recap about what happened so far last session and maybe also in a bigger picture so we can shove all the information upon one wonderful great heap?
Car crashed. Well, we as interns were getting the most coffee ever with the most
Protecting
ridiculous
cars.
orders ever. And so a cop showed up, left the car open, and I decided to look like said cop so that we could all get back to our jobs. And that was fine. Conveniently borrowed. No problem should have come from it.
Siren on
and
top.
Instead, yep. And instead, we got chased through the subway system. But that's fine because then Ariel became a pop sensation viral overnight, and that was super great. Also, we all then got contacted by Glitz and Glam for to be on the show because of the conveniently borrowed hashtag taking off. In between that, there was a lot of other things going on. There were rainbow dogs. There was a dancing hamster. There was Siren on top. And there was 5-0. Tea time with 5-0. Then, when we were all coming together to try and deal with the totally out of pocket possible consequences of being a police officer in a police car, a giant rock crashed on us. and let out a bunch of necrotic energy, but our smoothies were fine.
Got thrown through a window. Let's be
magically
clear.
catapulted through a window. I
The
feel like
smoothies were fine, which is the most important
Nope.
takeaway from that scene, bar none.
no.
By the way, just to interject, but also necrotic rock energy.
And then you ran off to your Chihuahua dog.
No! Do not call Coyote that! He'll eat you!
Irvy,
Yeah,
calling him the Chihuahua. Mouse.
Yes, Celeste ran off to check on Coyote because this seemed like it might have been an assassination attempt, and Celeste wanted to make sure that wasn't happening, and accidentally woke up Coyote, who is the biggest archfey of like trickery and all this other sort of fun stuff. So Celeste immediately said, I'm sorry, too many times, and went full into debt. But that was fine because Coyote just ate one of her memories and then went and talked to everybody else and told us to go figure it out and make it entertaining. After eating Andy's leg for being lippy.
Just
then-
normal things. Just normal things.
Just normal things. This is all fine. Then we had the next day off, and so 5-0 disappeared, but was showing up in shadows and was sort of hanging out in Ariel's shadow. And then we were all talking to Glitz and Glam, and we had a show with them on Friday. And so we went to the show, and we were trying to be good, and then I took drugs.
They also cavalierly like tossed 4 wish spells our way to get us to come on the show, just as a preface.
And on
Yes.
the show, we found out that Titania is dead, allegedly.
That was revealed during the show.
Yes.
Sprung on us in a slightly accusatory way. But then my paranoia accused Puck.
Yeah, you were drug addled at the time, so there was a
I like
lot
that you
going
said my
on.
paranoia, not me. That's good.
My paranoia accused Puck, at which point Ariel did the best, amazingest, most gorgeous performance of their life. So Puck turned off the show. That's a good night, y'all. And we left in a huge state of confusion, only to find out that the FAE market was crashing. So I bought a few shares in, I think it was Titania's. Yeah, because we found out Titania was dead, so I was like, I'll buy some Titania. But like all the companies, we're going through a whole big problem. And then next morning, we find out that Glitz and Glam owns so much, so much, and that Malcy has been promoted because her vampire boss left, just gone, and that Andromeda is fired, but is also being reached out to by some people. Oh, and that Ariel has way too many people trying to set them up with like contracts for their music. And then we were like, what do we do? And because Malcy's in charge now, we're like, okay, we'll support Malcy finding your boss. And so we searched around and discovered that La Llorona was at a research university with a VR headset on, living a life that she was never able to have with her children. Children. 2, right? 1, 2?
Boys.
Okay.
2 boys.
And willingly there, but also clearly addictedly there. And we attempted to talk to her, and I think Malcy managed to kind of get her to agree to do her job a little bit. But then she also put the VR headset back on.
I think it was if I recall correctly, and anyone please feel free to correct me, I think we got to a sending an email notification that was I am somewhere. I have not completely vanished off the face of the earth. Now stop bothering me.
Yeah,
Something
And
along those lines.
that was about the, which isn't nothing. That's
yeah,
pretty good.
it was wanting proof that look, La Llorona is still alive, unlike the other.
Right, because Titania's dead, King Oberon's missing, La Llorona has been missing, but now we've found La Llorona. And I think there was something else. Oh, there was a point where I got paranoid that maybe Coyote did get killed, and that the puppy version of Coyote was actually the reincarnation of Coyote's energy into someone else who did successfully assassinate them. But then I stopped being paranoid. So that's kind of where we are.
And this has been 8 episodes, folks. So if anybody ever asked me what is happening in 8, 3, a lot of hours with me DMing.
That doesn't even mention the bees.
The bees,
Yeah,
the undead
we
bees.
forgot. Yeah, I was going to mention the necrotic bees, and then I forgot about the necrotic bees.
The bees and
Because
all
the necrotic bees were the ones that got us to La Llorona.
The bees did take us to La Llorona, which was
Mhm.
which was great of them.
Yeah.
Initially, I believe the dogs brought back law
The
students.
rainbow dogs kept bringing back college students, and they also brought back that one crypto bro that should have totally warned us about the stock market thing. But you know,
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I
you think
mean,
the
they kinda
crypto
did.
bro, the crypto bro, you think is enough in touch with reality that they would be able to recognize?
I personally think
This
we have
one-
really good problem-solving
one-
methods as a group.
I think we get a lot of clues and we just throw them on a pile and we go, "Look at this information."
What do we do with it?
And
Can you
I'm
do something
Staring
with it?
really hard.
That's above our pay grade. Our job is to collect the clues and then look at these clues.
Is that what we need to do? Is that what we must do? Is we must push it up the corporate ladder? Is that our solution here?
Ooh.
Not bad.
I mean,
No, because
I
am
mean,
up
I
the
can sing the
corporate
Blues and
ladder.
Clues song for you if you want to.
I am no longer involved in corporate life, so it's not my problem.
I'm also going to remind you, Puck said that they would bring back 5-0 as a showing of good faith. Bring back 5-0. Hashtag bring back 5-0.
Bring back 5-0.
That's trending now. We've made it happen.
Yeah, we also hacked the internet a little bit with bots.
Yeah, you know the bot. You know how to bot the bots.
That was absolutely Ariel and Melcy leveraging their knowledge and skills to get the city site trending so that we could try and get some information about what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. So yeah, we're really good at research.
Mm-hmm.
Sleuthing. We've got it down.
We can gather info like nobody's business, even when we're not trying to. It just comes through the window straight at us.
Yeah.
Just right at us like a rock to the head.
It be that way.
So, I believe it was Sunday evening when you all went back to Mouse's place, right?
Yes.
And yeah,
Post La Llorona?
Post La Llorona.
Yes. Yeah.
At what time would you say?
I supposedly might actually still be employed, so I probably actually try to get up at a reasonable hour and see what my employment status is.
No, Sunday evening. Still talking about Sunday evening.
7
At what time
PM?
do we get back?
Do we grab food after we go to after our college excursion? Okay, so we have dinner.
I feel like
that probably puts us closer to like an 8 p.m. back.
Yeah, I feel like post that we need to acquire some food and retreat to collect ourselves.
We have fried
8.
chicken. We have corn on the cob. We have mashed potatoes. We have pulled pork. We have a bunch of gravy. We have so much mac and cheese. Like, Celeste's just carrying a massive like thing of to-go trays. Just so much food. Did you guys get some for yourself? No, I'm kidding.
Is there anything that that any of you wants to do on Sunday?
I am going to keep an eye on headlines for anything with Coyote Communications because I don't know, there's possibly something Puck is doing. I also am trying to keep I don't know how to like stay in communication with 50. I guess I poke Ariel's shadow every now and then.
Oh no. I am happily just letting this happen. Ariel's trying very hard to be like, it's fine. Me being on live TV didn't do anything bad to 50 probably. 50's probably just taking a nap. It's probably fine.
Yeah.
And is trying really hard not to look at that consequence. And
Yeah,
so
and
every time that you poke the shadow, you see their face getting like a few degrees guiltier and guiltier.
what's great is that you don't know the conversation Celeste had with Puck.
Nope.
So
Nope.
Celeste's absolutely like, I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm gonna have to give them that debt. This is terrible. This is my fault. Oh my god, I hope they come back. I hope they come back. And just
Okay,
is
so we're
like
just sitting
eating
side by
so much,
side, spiraling.
just guilt ridden. And I'm just eating so many biscuits with honey on them. Just like poke, poke. Oh.
Mousy is going to email the new her. Because
Does that mean
surely
you're opening your email inbox?
I'm looking at abs. I'm like, we're close. We're, you know, there's the little filter tabs or whatever. Like, we're not opening my inbox. We're going to compose a message. It's different.
Okay, who you want to email?
The new me. I don't know who it is. So Mousy's just gonna
Oh,
try
the
and
intern that replaced you.
yes. Got it.
Ah,
I have to have a new me. So obviously it's going to go to the generic intern at department at layarona.com. And basically just tell the intern to organize my inbox for me so I don't have to look at it.
Oh, how the turntables.
Yes, correct. And then I'm going to put my phone down and go to bed.
I am going to see that because I am watching everything here, just very guilty, keeping an eye on everything as a consequence. And I'm going to be like, oh, that's a good idea. And I will use one of those wet wipes to get the stickiness off my fingers. And then on my phone, I'm going to contact the brownie that is the intern that replaced me. And I'm going to send them a message and say, I will give you back another one of your leaves if you will, over the next 12 hours, keep me updated about if 50's office returns or if there is anything announced regarding Coyote and Crow's ownership changes, just so that I've got somebody else out there doing that for me. And I'll send that email to them.
the first thing you get is a link, and do you want to open that link?
Is it a suspicious link?
It's a shortened link.
I use that like link reader app where you like copy the link without opening it and then you go to the website and then you put it in there and it tells you where it'll take you.
It will take you to a live stream.
Oh, I open it.
The intern is smart. They just put up a camera in front of the wall where 50's door was.
That's efficient. I'm just like,
That's good. That's pretty good. Okay.
Andy,
yeah.
around 9 p.m. Your
PM?
phone rings.
Who's calling me? Wait, check my caller ID.
You don't know this number?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Excuse me. Am I speaking to Andy?
Who is asking?
Well, I'm one of the assistants at here over at Glitz and Glams, and you should have been in the mask like half an hour ago.
In the what?
In the mask, you're supposed to be on the show.
Oh, yes, I'm running a little late. I'll be there as soon as possible. I've just got a little delayed by traffic.
Okay, I will tell them. You think you'll still be on time?
Sure.
Okay, because like Puck is really like in not a good mood today, and I don't.
Well, I have to go. Okay, I'll be there soon. Bye. Andy is going to do what I do when I wake up and I'm late for work, and literally just roll out of bed and into whatever form of transportation will get me there fastest.
Mhm.
So you just like at the end of eating, you just leave.
I just roll out of my tissue box and say, "Gotta go, late for the talk show thingy. Bye." And I'm gone.
So the problem is, you get the call an hour before the show starts.
Yeah.
It took you over an hour to Melcy's apartment.
Okay. So I am going to ask these people who are my friends in what way I can get to Glitz and Glam in an hour.
Transportation.
Okay, well, I can run very fast, but I think my running very fast might not quite make it. Like, because I can move, action dash, bonus action dash.
You can
So
move
I can
90 feet
go
in a turn.
90 in a turn. Sure if that's fast enough, because I don't know how much that carves off.
There's math there that I'm not willing to interrogate.
So that's why I'm just asking the GM, is that an option? You can just say yes or no.
You won't be faster than a car.
Okay. I was going to ask, did we car here or walk here or?
When we left Glitz and Glam after everything on Friday, I think we just walked.
Yeah, because we did invisibility and disguise self and a bunch of you and I hid a lot. You and I hid a lot from everybody.
Yeah.
Balsi.
So my roommate's a druid. Can my druid roommate happen to help us out here with some sort of flying
Transport via
situation?
plants?
Oh yeah, a transport via plants or a like a giant. I was gonna argue for a giant eagle, something that flies fast. And then Malcy would just be presenting this as an option that's out there, but definitely not saying that she's gonna ask and owe her roommate a favor. Just also, by the way, because she refuses to owe any of these fuckers anything.
A good, stable living situation with ants.
I mean, Transport via plants is instant. So
Mhm.
It's also
If I
kind of
could-
high level, but if they can do it,
I'm just saying, it's
Mhm.
a good spell. It's a good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
druid
don't
spell.
think I have anything movement specific this much. I am staring
Oh,
at my
no.
options though.
I, Mousy, cannot help in any other situation other than potentially offer up my roommate's abilities.
I mean, I could cast
Crowdsourcing,
haste on
crowdsourcing.
the car, but other than that, that's not
you
really.
can cast haste.
Yeah, it's a spell that I have.
How long does haste last?
Like a
An hour, I believe.
1
Minute.
minute.
Uh-huh.
That's not long enough for it to matter on me.
But a minute's what? 10 rounds?
10
and
rounds.
that'd be
It would double my speed.
180 feet per.
Druiding is our best bet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a good enough wizard to have the like spicy teleport spells. So
All of my spells are about standing in one place and having people pay attention to me. So perhaps the inverse of what you want here.
God,
You
is there
took
a druid? with
you took
transport via
around
plants?
5 minutes right now talking about plans. Now you have 55 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Mousy's roommate if they have a fast way of getting me to Glitz and Glam.
Okay, you open the door back to Mouse's roommates. You still see a colony of ants.
Okay, the ants don't have a fast way of getting me somewhere. Are the ants your roommate, or are they also?
One of the ants might be my roommate, yes.
Are any of you a druid?
Uh,
Some of the ants look at you.
I need to get Glitz and Glam like right now. Do you have a spell that could make that happen?
You're talking to a room full of ants.
Well, I assume if they're a druid, they'll respond. If not, then they're just going to continue to ant.
They continue to ant.
Okay, well, that was not helpful to me.
You're pretty
think
sure
that
the
I'm
roommate
gonna-
is there somewhere?
I'm going to lean over to Andy and be like, "You're supposed to offer something."
I don't own anything. I am about to go on a nationally syndicated TV show, and I will share a message of your choice on that show if you can get me there. Okay,
And there's the druid.
good.
The thing is, Melty, you have never seen your roommate out of wild shape before. This is an experience. You didn't know that one of your roommates was an half orc.
checks.
And he's
Surprised
like
they fit in the
standing
house.
there with a Hawaiian shirt in front of a very, very dirty top. It's like a message of my choice.
Sure.
Public television.
Yeah.
I'm like invested.
Yeah,
This is something
Malky is,
Celestia
like,
would do. Yeah.
We're
I'm
actually
leaning
going to try
around.
and like snap a picture just so I have it for like the 20 other different group chats of different roommate combos.
We're all leaning around the door at different heights.
I will give it to you on word for word. You're not allowed to change it.
Sure. I will say the words that you tell me in the order that you tell me.
And you won't add anything to it to change the context.
Of what you're saying? No, I will not change anything to change the context of it.
Where do you need to go?
Glitz and Glam's offices or studio.
Studio. How much time do you have?
Less than an hour.
Until you have to be in the mask.
Yes.
I will try not to eat you on the way. And this half orc in front of you changes into
Outside. Outside.
Too late.
too late, honey. There's a fucking
deposit's
bird
never
in
coming
here
back.
now.
I
We're never
open a
getting the
window.
deposit back.
I like the idea that you open one of those quarter windows that's like this big.
He changes into the peregrine falcon, like the fastest going bird there is.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I am also really small, so I am
He's just gonna claw you.
great. Love it. Please don't drop me. Thanks.
Okay, so now I'm gonna roll for druid and wild shape to get you through a very busy city in the shape of a very endangered animal to studios that really know that they might be watched through drones. We're
It's
clear
fine,
on that,
everyone.
right?
Well, they want me there on time, right? So, you know.
Okay, wonderful. So, what do you want me to roll?
What do I want you to roll?
Because I could go fast and dirty, or a bit less fast, but a bit more secure.
If it goes a bit less fast, will I still get there within an hour?
Even with the fast and dirty route, it's very improbable that you get there in an hour.
Okay, then I go fast. Fast. Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Okay. 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 He rolled a 17. That's good. So we get up to... Let me just grab a stat block. Here. They even have the fastest one plus 5. So we're at a... Yeah, okay, we can do this. We're at a 22 flight check, but you have a dive, a fly speed of 130 and a dive speed of 450 feet.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast, girl. Now I need you to roll me something,
Okay.
namely a Constitution check.
Uh-huh.
And did Andy cast haste on?
I would have because I was
Out
talking
of-
about it.
Just out of curiosity,
Which does double your speed, but it also makes you exhausted. No, because it makes you exhausted after a minute.
Yeah,
Maybe do it right at the
after
end.
a minute, after haste wears off, you're the person who got haste cast on them can't move, and if you're in the air and you can't move,
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't do that if it's. It would not work out for me in the long run.
Forgot what haste does when you're flying. That's not good. That's bad.
Well, a lot of some things have a hover speed, so it's fine. But okay, I rolled a 12.
I hope you weren't wearing anything nice.
No, it's fine. I'll change when I get there. They have gotta go fast.
Yeah, you absolutely. Yeah, your lunch isn't. It's like coming down back to earth. Okay, so let me roll something little else that you don't have to worry about at all. Wonderful, wonderful. You actually get there with 5 minutes before you gotta go on the show.
Good. I'm taking my sweater off as I go in because it's gross, and saying, I need a new shirt. I need a new shirt.
Literally everybody was waiting for you. And you're getting swept up in a cloud of people doing your makeup, doing your hair, helping you to dress nicely. It's like that one scene in Mulan. Yeah. Thank you,
Let's
everybody.
get down to business.
Huh?
Let's get down to business.
Yeah.
To defeat the Huns.
More like, you can't be serious. And they put in an extra commercial, and you don't look as nicely as you could.
It's not what she wanted, but she's there, which is something. So,
Which is something.
oh, I need to get what the message is from my Falcon friend.
Yeah, he tells you something. It's basically the most important thing is to save the environment and keep the world eco-friendly. Yada yada. The usual druid stuff.
Sure, I will add that at the end. Yeah, absolutely.
With a tiny thing that ants are gonna be the new overlords of the world if we don't do it.
Sure.
But hey,
that's a good
maybe
deal.
he's right.
I'll take that deal.
My lease is up soon, right?
No.
No, never.
Let me roll for
you
it.
got swindled into like a 15-year lease. It's horrifying.
No, you signed the long lease. I just rolled a 1.
Oh. Hmm.
It's fine. I'll retreat to the woods before he does.
They said about the druid. But you are there in time, and you see while the limelights are flickering and going around, you see Puck sitting there taking another nose of pixie dust.
Great.
And the person, because you didn't have time to read the notes or anything, you're going in totally unprepared. The person you're gonna talk about about your magic is one, Professor Albrexis, one of the leading magic scientists. Like, you're actually kind of fangirling about that.
Yeah.
And your old boss, Dracul. Like, there's Dracula.
I'm sorry. The timing on those balloons was incredible.
That was good. Dracula appears in his little color spray of balloons.
There are a lot of tiny, colorful pixies trying to make Dracula look not as dead as he. Yeah, no, it's a losing battle.
Okay, yeah, I will settle in to chat about magic with these people. Andy is here, which is more than she expected, so we're all good.
While this is happening, is anybody else following?
As in following to go there or following what is happening live?
Following to go there.
I think I do turn on, like,
Yeah,
I have to leave my phone on 5.0, but I probably poke one of you two to be like, turn on the screen.
Oh, we'll just turn on the TV. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll just watch it live.
So you're sending Andy alone to swim with the sharks. Okay, wonderful. Good to know.
I think I genuinely have no idea if they would have been able to, but Ariel either tried to cast like an enhance ability on Andy or is currently bemoaning the fact that Andy was picked up by a bird and taken through a window before they could. Like, no.
Enhance ability work last?
It works for an hour, so it would only cover the very top of this, but still, they're mentally doing a little like, I know I can't cast things through the internet, and also I know that I am much slower than that bird, but damn it.
Okay. So, you again hear the big band starting the big ba-da ba ba. You see the lights going. You see a beautiful, beautiful audience. This time, a lot more sophisticated, a lot more scholarish, a lot more uptight. So you don't, you can't expect a lot of fire from them. And while you settle into your chair, you see Puck coming back. Give me an insight check. Andy?
Sorry, I was distracted by my phone ringing and it being a spam call. Okay. Insight check. Oh, that's not superb, but let's see. That is a 12.
Puck feels like you last see maybe a tiny bit more relaxed. I mean, he had some time to catch like half an hour of sleep. And
Well, I was told that Puck was in a mood, so,
yeah, that doesn't really fit to the person you're seeing in front of you.
Can I do like an Arcana check to see if I think this is really Puck or if he's just on the drug trip and feeling good right now?
Yeah, sure. Do Arcana check.
I'm better at Arcana. Okay, that was really good. 19 plus 5, so 24.
24 is not bad. Is there something specifically you're looking for?
I'm looking for mannerisms to see if I believe that this is Puck or if I believe that this is Puck altered by mind-altering substances.
Okay, so you don't get the feeling he's under some kind of mind control spell.
Okay.
Like you see, like the easiest way to find out if somebody mind controlled is because they don't have their little quirks anymore, because they act too normal. This person is acting like you've seen Puck on TV.
Uh-huh.
This is a show person just doing their show person stuff. You see, but something that you see is at one time where he's like bantering with his assistants, he's like doing this, and you see some runes on his forearms you didn't see before. And you don't get a really good look at it because he's a bit of away and the lights up around you aren't on yet to give you a bit of privacy. But you're pretty sure that one of these runes was glowing, and it was this a rune of something that means something like displacement.
Displacement. Okay.
So you don't think Puck is under a spell, but you know that there are people who use, like bards use their instruments. You actually don't know what Puck is. Like what you always thought he was a bard, but maybe he's not. And he could be using this tattoo as a spell casting focus. So he's not under a spell, but you're pretty sure he is casting a spell.
Can I cast Detect Magic and see what school the spell being cast is?
You can, but everybody would see that.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it because it's a general spell. It's not a targeted spell, so I'm just gonna cast it like I'm looking at the lights. I think they're super interesting.
Okay, then I would love to have a deception check from you first.
Sure. Okay, deception. Oh, I gotta scroll down. Is +3. So that is 15.
15 ain't bad. 15 is nice. Yeah, you think that most of the people around you believe that you're just like, ooh, fascinated by the technology around you. Okay, yeah. Puck has a new spellcasting focus he didn't have before. Namely the tattoo on his arm that's mostly like hidden by his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a feeling like you're right now in a show and we're talking about magic technology, like everything around you is magical, like it's a bit overwhelming, but you get like a general, we're still going on that 24-year-old, you get a general hum underneath.
Do I get the School of Magic?
Let me take a look.
If it's displacement, it sounds like it might be conjuration, but it could be protection, it could be abjuration.
You definitely get a lot of protection because this thing here is full of security spells. Yeah. Scroll. You feel conjuration.
So Puck might not be here and might be projecting himself here.
Oh, you believe the person in front of you is Puck,
Okay.
but you get
I
the
think I
feeling
go.
that Puck might be conjuring something really big.
Okay, I'm gonna text the group chat and say, Puck is conjuring something really big with a tattoo on his arm. Can't talk now. Doing a TV show. Okay, thanks. Bye.
And just
Has the
as
show started? Out of curiosity, is the show in like pre-airing, or has it started
like
going
it's the
live when
last
we get this
advertising block
text?
before it starts.
That's such a text to get while waiting for the ads to finish. Yep.
But also, it's not time for you to text anymore, because the lights go on. You get another kind of music, a bit more fancy, a bit more late night showy. Puck turns around again, shoots you a look, and you get why the person on the phone was like, "Oh yeah, he's in the mood today." But turns around to everybody and starts his whole shtick again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a wonderful, wonderful another show of Is It Magic and What Does It Mean? With us are some lovely people tonight, and he introduces all of you, which is a tiny bit like, you get the feeling you somehow made him mad about you, because he introduces Professor Abraxius with all the titles. We all know him, we all fear him, the one, the only Dracul, and gives you, like, Andy, I believe Andy has a PhD, not a PhD,
Andy
but
does have a PhD. Andy has a doctorate.
yeah, and just Dr. Andromeda. Or our expert on a very special kind of magic tonight.
Yes, thank you, Puck. It's so good to see you again. You are looking splendid, if I may say so.
Well, I've been here the whole time. So
I know you're always working, always working. And I think Andy's eyes like flick to his arm and back. I think Andy, because she can't do anything about this while on TV, so I think she is just going to participate in the conversation and really hope that her friends have some idea of how to deal with whatever is about to happen. So,
Are you, as a question for me, the DM, your eyes flicker to his arm? Is it like a you're looking, or is it like, ah, yeah, I know you're working? So he
I mean,
knows.
I think he knows that she knows that something is up because he gave her a look before the thing. Like, his mood is weird. He's being weird.
He looks to you, looks at his arm, does this again. Well, isn't it nice to be among friends?
Always.
Anyway, you were here to introduce us to your special kind of magic. I believe you also wrote your whole thesis about. Tell us something about it. We have here our wonderful people who wait, can't wait to question you all about it.
And I think that this is Andy's specialist subject, so I think she dives into the well. As when I was doing my undergraduate work, I was looking up at the stars one night, flying across campus, and I thought, wouldn't it be great if we could harness the power of the stars to guide us, to um, help us achieve our goals? And she goes on. I'm not going to do her like speech, but it's academic, and it's like when you get someone who is interested in a topic on that topic and they can just run with it.
So we're getting the whole info dump.
Yes.
Then I would love for you to roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Because you didn't get in here prepared or something.
Oh, I rolled really well. What is my Arcana bonus?
I
It's
believe it was
pretty
+5.
good. It is. Oh no, it's even higher. I misread it. It's +8. Should have been even higher.
Yeah, I was wondering.
So that is 18 plus 8, which is 26.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so you really fast get the feeling that Puck is here to make a show out of you. But you stand your ground. Like there are some really mean questions also from your boss who's like, yeah, sometimes when she was working, it was I couldn't understand, is this magic even compatible with the magic we always use? And Puck is like, another question. What exactly is the difference between your kind of wizardry and a druid of the stars? And like they're just trying to get you to stumble, but honey, with a 26, it's gonna be hard for them. I'm still gonna roll, but whatever happens is gonna happen on a level that most of the audience members don't even understand what's going on anymore. It's like when you look watching like one of these really weird documentations, you're like, ah, yeah, I always wondered about the microbiomes of that very specific place. I have opinions.
Yeah. It's well, to me, it's also like when I watch the Olympics and all of a sudden I become like an expert on whatever event that I'm watching. So
Yeah,
I'll
like
be like, that was the most amazing dive I've ever seen. And then the commentator will be like, a little bit loose on that first jump. And I'll be like, you're right. I was just gonna say that jump was not what
yeah,
what
like cis man
Watching watching the Great British Bake Off, and suddenly you know everything about how culinary temperatures work and all the mistakes they're making, except no, you don't.
Yeah.
I should also say, for those who may think I am an expert on sports, no.
No.
I managed to go to high school and college in the United States without attending a single sports game. That's not true. I went to one volleyball game to support my friend because she was on the team. But otherwise, no.
I rolled, and the most important thing, Puck can't get you to stumble. Actually, you get him to stumble quite a bit.
Oh, he's gonna be so mad.
Let's have another look. Dracul even worse. All of them were rolling so badly. I had a 5, a 6, and an 8, and 8 was Puck with the highest. You out-talk on your field the boy who's known for talking about everything, your old boss who just fired you, and the most prestigious professor about matter magic that there is. Like you just out physics Einstein.
I think Andy is really proud of herself, and probably given her lowish charisma, not low charisma, only slightly above average charisma, kind of like trying to connect with the audience over this. Like, it's kind of like the way that I picture it. Okay, when like a woman turns around like a misogynist joke and like tries to connect with the audience on it and is like, oh, men, am I right? But academic. So she's not out insulting, but she's trying to like make kind of a connection with the audience about it.
Okay, I see.
That's the closest analogy I can come up with. Like,
yeah, I get it. You're like, yeah. I mean, we all know the mainstream kind of magic, but isn't it like? I mean, sometimes a lady needs something new, right?
Exactly. You know, it's just we have needs,
and sometimes people just can't satisfy. Would be the worst spike towards Dracul I've ever seen. Like it would be a spike in his chest.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll on the deliverance of that.
Okay, what is this? It's probably performance, right?
Performance or persuasion?
They're exactly the same for me. So okay, that's a 15.
You get a good chuckle out of them.
Yeah, but with my charisma, that's about as good as I can hope for. So yeah, I'll take it.
You take it. You still have, I believe, detect magic is for 10 minutes.
It's up for 10 minutes. Yes.
And while you're doing this in the first 10 minutes, you still have the feeling of that background hum that's.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what it is.
Is it getting stronger or is it just staying the same level?
It's staying the same. And you feel it's like, I mean, you rolled so high, like sometimes you can tune a tiny bit out. You get the feeling that it's actually not summoning per se, but more like siphoning.
I think she's gonna bring it up in the context of, for example, you know, when I'm looking at an arcane situation, we see this room which has a number of wonderful arcane technologies that help this whole show exist. And then you feel, and I think she's gonna say, now everybody just take a moment to listen. Those of you who have an affinity for the arcade may find this a little bit easier. She is going to try and guide the audience to recognize this hub is there.
What do you want to roll for that? Give me something. How do you teach
would it be
a
like
room of people
teaching
who can't use the
Arcana?
spell to low-key magic detect?
I would say, is it like it's like teaching Arcana, right? Like that's what it would be.
Okay, I'll let you roll Arcana, but you're gonna use Charisma instead of Intelligence. Because you gotta dumb it down for the people.
Wait, so can I use my proficiency bonus
Yeah,
from
you can
Arcana
use
then?
your proficiency and your extra skill and all of that, but you don't, right now, you don't need the big thesis in your head. You need to explain it for a 5-year-old.
Okay, so it's gonna be -2 from my regular Arcana score. So that is a 16 plus 6, so 22.
22. Okay, let me roll something.
I don't know what this is going. This is gonna accomplish nothing, but it feels right.
Mm-hmm.
The vibes.
Odds
are
or
correct.
evens?
Odds.
Okay, so what's happening is that through the crackling of the Arcana lamps, through the shimmering of the slight magic dust in the air to make everything a little bit more extra, more shiny, through Puck, who's right now staring very sharp daggers at you, I'm not sure if Andy ever thought about teaching, but you get the feeling it won't be that hard because the audience is hanging on your lips, following your every word, and actually kind of getting it. And one thing, like it's so silent you could hear a pin drop, and then somewhere you hear a ah! And you see like a small fawn girl looking at her hands that are glowing. You're pretty sure she didn't know that she could make things glow before. And she tries to shake it off.
It's okay. It's okay. Just close them and think about a sun setting.
The light goes out, gets back on, out, on, shimmer, 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 disco dance, and then poof into a smoke of that smells something between marshmallows, roses, and very fake artificial candles.
Mm-hmm.
The girl herself is from head to toe full of brightly pink glitter and looks at you like very startled.
Congratulations.
I can do magic?
You certainly have the potential.
Mama, I can do magic! And while this is happening, you of course have, like, her mama is a very, very posh satyr woman who's like, yes, she's very, very uncomfortable with the degree of attention on her right now.
Mm-hmm.
But with the degree of attention on her, a lot of people who were like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, and everybody's like doing their thing, and it's kind of weird, have their moment to get back to themselves, and they start listening. And do you know the phenomenon when you're not sure you heard something out there? And when everybody's silent, all of you start hearing something. And all of you think like, holy shit, there has to be like a ghost or something. Magic is interactive. And just through so many people focusing on it, it gets stronger. What's happening here right now is that you synchronized about 300 people with this hum, and the hum gets audible. This is, by the way, a very interesting metamagic theory that you didn't know that was true. It was still a theory. You just broke ground on metamagic. Congratulations. But that's not important right now. Right now, important is that you can hear the sound, and it sounds like butterfly or moth wings rubbing together, sounds like a sound you shouldn't be able to hear, but you do. Like when you hear, like you crank the sound way up high, and you hear the smallest sound way too loud, and you need a second to kind of get what it is, and everybody's listening, so it's getting louder and louder and louder. And your eyes wander over to Puck, and you see him smiling and panicking and pulling down his shirt. It's like, my tries obviously to get the attention back to him. What an effect! Andy, I didn't know you had something prepared for us. If you told us, I could have helped you with it.
Oh, these things, natural exploration finds unexpected results.
That is true, indeed. You're gonna tell me more about this after the show. Anyways, and you notice that the attention is starting to shift back to him, but by that you had enough of this hum to get what it is. Um, you feel a very old being slowly, slowly, but surely drifting away, vanishing into every little second. Yeah, the being is still there. It's too big to just go like out like that. But you feel that it's just like you were trying to look at a water drop and you realize you were looking at the ocean.
Okay.
And somebody is trying to drink up the ocean.
Okay.
And that somebody is sitting right in front of you, smiling at you very, very, very sharply.
Yeah. So Puck is mad at me. This is not new information. So I think Eddie says, "Well, I would love to discuss this with you after the show. I think that honestly, Puck, every time I see you, I learn more and more the depths of your arcane." And then I think she pauses for a long time and says, "Potential."
Potential! An applause for Andy, everybody, for this wonderful compliment. I loved having potential.
And I think as soon as we go to like commercial break or whatever, she is on her phone again. And it's just like Puck siphoning magic, question mark, question mark, question mark. Some evil shit is going down. Not immediate, urgent. Well, maybe, don't know. And that's it.
You get the message out, and it's very good that you said that you're gonna do this right away, because you look up, and in front of you is Puck.
Hi.
Hi. Wonderful trick, darling. Would you mind stepping behind that curtain with me for a second?
Ooh, curtains. I'm allergic to curtains. It's actually a very little known allergy in the Fae world.
Are you lying right now?
I believe that my compatibility with life is what I believe that my life is allergic to stepping behind those curtains with Puck. It just has a very negative effect on me.
Jilly, I do very much respect you as a player, but you can't tell me that your character says I'm allergic to curtains.
But I have to try.
But what if Andy steps behind the curtain and discovers that she is in fact allergic to those curtains?
Roll for allergies.
Like it'd be like a con or something, right?
Like a form of divination. I've sensed it.
Have you been around curtains before in your life?
Well, Andy's curtains are made of like tissues.
So yes. Your fate just tried to lie.
Ooh, it's okay. Puck's trying to kill me. I feel
No, no,
good about
I
this.
need a Constitution saving throw from you.
That's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
You know how people sometimes refer to death as it's curtains for you? You know that idiom?
Yeah,
It's feeling really appropriate.
I rolled an 11.
That's not enough. And I believe
I
you're a
sneezed.
wizard. You don't have a lot of HP.
It makes me sneeze.
You lose 14 HP because your wings start to disintegrate into tiny little sparks that burn you. Are there still some HP left?
Yes,
How many?
9.
Do you want to revoke that lie? Because you know if you don't, it's gonna keep hurting.
Yes, but I will say I actually am going to meet up with my friends, which is true. That is Andy's plan. Um um so I would love to set up a meeting. Perhaps we could have a video chat sometime soon.
Oh my, Andy, look at you. That must hurt terribly. We still have 5 minutes for advertisement. Come on, the commercial break is long enough. And he, without waiting for you to say yes or no, scoops you up because you are in defect very small. I'm gonna get you to a medic because this doesn't look good. Oh my gosh, your wings.
I would like to struggle against being picked up, which is rude.
Yeah, but you're kind of like in his domain. And you just tried.
I mean, you don't need to worry. I have a strength modifier of -1.
Okay, try to struggle.
So that is a 5.
You try to struggle. It's actually pretty cute. And Puck carries you off stage towards the medics.
I'm being FAE napped. Well, at least if I don't come back on TV after the commercial break, my friends are probably going to know that I've been, like, disappeared.
You guys are back at your place. You're having some leftovers, some snacks. Maybe your druid roommate even shared some self-made with date syrup and some very weird nuts, some granola, and like you're having like TV evening. You see commercials. Never have I ever seen hair that wonderful. Cut back, and Andy's chair is empty. And you see a picture of Andy sitting in her chair, like kind of like blood coming out of their nose, their wings disintegrating, and Puck turning around. So I really hate when these things happen, but there has been a medical emergency. Andy just told me that they were allergic to curtains, and I never got the memo. And not right now, they're at our med bay. We're taking care of them. Until then, let's discuss some of the implication of this new astromancy that has just occurred. Draku, what's your opinion on this? And Andy isn't there. And that's where I'm going to cut to our commercial break because we're going to have a little 5 minutes break.
And we'll all definitely be here when we return. And we will
Let's
not have
hope
been
we'll all
banished by
be
Puck.
And I hope that none of you ever are allergic to curtains. See you again in 10 minutes. Bye. And we're back. At least some of us are. My dear interns, not interns anymore, but my dear interns, you see the show resume on air and you see Andy missing. And you see that very painful looking photograph of a pixie dissolving into pixie dust.
Not to back up any from that, but I will also say, upon getting that first text from Andy at the top of the prior to the commercial break that was just, hey, Puck has some strange conjuration runes. I think Ariel at least would have then tried to enlist the other two, has been watching the preceding like very impressive half hour of Andy talking circles around everyone else and trying to also kind of catch glimpses of like what's on Puck or what he's doing or what we can see through the screen at all. Has there been anything that we've been able to see from the cameras other than what Andy has gleaned up close?
Roll perception, but it's not going to be easy.
Oh yeah, definitely not. But like, how perceptive am I?
I can give you the help action.
I would love help with that. I
can give you guidance.
I would love
We are
guidance with
playing
that.
Baldur's Gate.
Oh, you say that's been my past 4 weeks. I started it and went, this is probably about to consume my life, and then I haven't left the house. Thank you very much for the help action. Let me roll a d4. Okay, that's not terrible. Whoa, okay, that's not terrible. That's 21 plus 5, which is 26. Entirely due to the guidance and the help action. The guidance was a 4, and the help action brought us up from a 7 to a 17. So thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, friends, for pointing at the parts of the TV that I should be aware of.
Friendship is magic.
So that's
I mean,
20.
not to say that I absolutely fucking expected that, but do you remember when Puck did another
No.
hair flick?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the shimmering thingy bob on his forearm.
Got it.
This is when I stop being helpful and I'm like, maybe he's summoning Oberon. Maybe he's gotten enough power to summon Oberon so that he can get freed. Or maybe he's trying to get enough power to summon Oberon and he hasn't hit it yet. Maybe that's why he wants La Llorona, because La Llorona was supposed to give him more power so that he could summon Oberon. Maybe that's why he was trying to kill Titania so that he could take her power so he could summon Oberon.
Did the text successfully come through to us? I'm imagining it's commercial break and we have like 18 different takeout containers around us, less just staring into the air, explaining these theories. Did we manage to get that last text from Andy about
You
like
get that last text?
something getting
Might be
or siphoned
urgent.
off?
Yeah.
Somebody is trying to drink up the ocean is what I have written down as the metaphor.
Yeah, Puck is siphoning magic, I believe, was like the explicit text.
Yeah, and siphoning magic from something that's like as large and vast as an archfey or an archfey reconstituting.
I would like to know if maybe I could do a, like, I don't know, insight or something into that for being able to use, like, because I come from a world of trickery, and so you have to know your mythology in order to know how to get around all the tricks and be able to figure out what's actually happening, because obfuscation is like commonplace. So is there anything that I might know about a ocean-sized entity of power or something?
I would. Okay, so you're saying you want to roll an insight? That sounds more like history to me.
But I'm bad at history.
Yeah, but it's not my turn. You asked me for information about the mythology of the FAE, right?
But I'm
Can
bad at
I
that.
give you guidance?
Okay, thank you.
Can I give you help action by having Google open?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
That's the most immediate way I think that Ariel, social media manager, can think.
That help got me up on. I rolled a 19, and now we just need the guidance.
Okay, what we've learned is that when we're left alone for 5 minutes out of the epicenter of the chaos, we can roll well.
Yeah.
So, 21 total.
Okay. 21. What do you want to know?
I would like to know if I've heard of, through like the mythology and the obfuscation and such, if I've heard of an entity that somebody might be attempting to be siphoned or connected to or conjuring, that could kind of match this sense of scale. Because like the Archfey, I feel like don't match the sense of scale. I feel like it would for the Archfey it would be like, okay, you're trying to find a dewdrop and you get yourself like a massive lake. But this is like the whole ocean. That seems bigger than Archfey.
If it was a single archfey, it would be a big lake.
Multiple Archfey. When you crash the lakes together, they make an ocean.
So we broke the dam.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that means oh, I bet it's because he owns all of the companies now. And so he's able to siphon off of them from a legalized standpoint with contractual authority over their companies. I think I said big words.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I didn't know for sure.
No, I followed that
Yeah.
one. Ariel says from beneath 10 pillows upon the couch. I followed that. That makes, oh boy. So it's like some sort of ongoing, I don't know if ritual is the right word, but just a perpetual ongoing siphoning of all of that in the back. Oh no.
It's like hydroponics, right? Or hydro when you use the water, because we're using a metaphor.
Hydropower would be, I don't know if hydropower is the right word. Hydroponics is when we are growing plants in water,
yes,
which feels calmer and more chill than whatever's happening on here.
Definitely thinking this is like a
Hydropower.
water. Yeah.
Hydro wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Like an Archimedes screw?
Archimedes.
Okay, I don't tell. As long as you party people know what you're talking about, you're just gonna tell me the result.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the worst
so
part of that is if that is based in contractual, if that is based in the recent merging of the company and the contractual looping of it, then technically it's legal.
So what
or
does it mean?
Not actually, but via 10,000 different loopholes. Also, where's Andy? I say as everything comes
as the cameras come back on, and
this has been happening during that last commercial break.
Mm-hmm. And now we see Andy missing. That looks bad.
Has my roommate come back yet?
Oh yeah, he's been back for a long time, sitting there like eating his quinoa sprinkled red beet chips.
I've actually bonded with him slightly because I come from a cultural background of being slightly more like earth friendly and such, and so like I speak Orcish apparently. So I'm just kind of like bonding with this druid orc and being like, yeah, some people just don't understand how good it is when it comes fresh from the ground.
Yeah, and like I really think that Chaos really got it. Like the bringing it back up and chewing it again, it really adds to the flavor.
I've never done that one.
It's really great, man. Like,
I've done a pre-digestion. It's that fermentation process, sort of.
oh yeah, that's what ants do. That's also like really good, like for your gut biome.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
I was never more healthy than when I was back at home in the woods. We're all just gonna end up in the woods, aren't we?
Yes,
We all
correct.
should go back to the woods.
I
Yeah.
might be the outlier there, but speak for yourself. But the woods actually sound very nice and peaceful. Honestly.
You can set yourself up on a beautiful pond in the woods and just make the music that you want to make.
Can I like be in the city for 1 month per year and then go and hide
Sure.
the other months of the
You
year?
do
That
a
sounds
tour.
ideal for an artistic
Yeah.
career.
You do like a music tour.
Andy's missing.
Oh yeah.
What?
Like I as all down for the woods trip as I am, as I've stated multiple times already at this point, because I don't think I want this job anymore, and she just looks at her phone that she's not
We should all
checking.
quit our jobs. I don't
Sure.
know if we can afford to, but we should.
We'll look at this tomorrow once the intern has done their job and organized the inbox. But I wanted to know if my roommate was back, because we might need to GTFO again.
Right. Sorry, we started bonding with the roommate.
Yeah.
I think that specifically, like in those first, I think it's probably alarming enough for all of us to see Andy gone. But then when the picture turns up and Puck gives a little like, "Oh no, Andy's been taken to the med bay," I think is the point that Ariel is up getting a cone. It's like, nope, that feels
wrong, right? Yeah. So
we
Also,
know that Puck can lie.
said
We're
that,
aware Puck can lie on camera. That's
but Puck said they might be allergic to curtains. Like, what the fuck?
I look at where Andy's bed is on the nightstand next to the curtains of the window, and I go, that makes no sense.
we would have seen if Andy had an allergic reaction to curtains via all of our sleepovers.
Yeah. Is Puck lying?
That's not.
Puck can do that, right?
I'm pretty sure Puck can, and if Puck could before, I'm willing to bet Puck can now. And also, is in the med bay receiving medical treatment isn't.
That is a
Upstate.
suspicious line, but we have watched Andy sass a archfey, so
Yeah, Andy got their leg bit off.
I mean, this also is coming approximately 120 seconds after Andy texted us the important vital information of some sort of large multi-archfey stabbing ritual is being. So, like,
yeah,
maybe Andy touched it and it started to dissolve her.
That's entirely possible.
Andy needs to stop doing this. Come on, we have to go.
We should go. We should go get Andy. Like, we should go get Andy now. Are we?
Yeah.
How are we going to get Andy? Does anybody have any ideas?
So
I say, leaning in and looking pointedly at Mousie's roommate in a way that Ariel's trying to guilt Mousie's roommate with his eyes. It's probably not working.
What?
Oh. Would you potentially be able to fly? Out of pure curiosity, how many people can you fly to a place if needed? If it was perhaps a matter of immediacy and danger and.
I can't carry y'all. I mean,
that's fair.
I mean,
I give an uncertain look with my 7-foot tall furbolg shape.
I don't even think I can carry. I mean, no offense, but like nature built us all beautifully and differently.
If I was to perhaps double someone's carrying capacity here, do we think that could make someone able to carry us? Whether you or Celeste or.
Listen, I can turn back into the falcon, but like falcons ain't strong.
No, they're not.
Yeah, no, that is fair enough. Andy is a fairy.
Also, like you don't want to know what's in these chips.
Sorry, what?
I kind of.
What?
Do we just take the subway at this point?
I mean, you could always call an Uber or something.
There's those brooms. Maybe we can get a broom.
Oh yes, didn't we try to get the brooms? We tried to get the brooms
They're
when the
hard
car,
to get, but we might be able to get one.
but we did try. I'm
Mhm.
having a memory of that.
Is there an
Mhm.
app that we can look up the location of the nearest lime broom?
I mean, the nearest broom is 2 minutes away.
Okay, let's go to the nearest broom.
Broom.
The nearest broom is coming to you and waiting outside the windowsill.
Yep.
Oh, heck yeah.
Broom, broom.
Broom, broom.
That was audible! The face smack was audible!
It was.
You got him! Good job!
You know, every time I'm casting, I'm looking at the list of people, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this person sounds amazing, and this person sounds like a chaos gremlin, and oh, this person here has such a great sense of humor, and I always forget that chaos amplifies. It grows exponentially, not linear.
We've
Yeah.
built a very delightful chaos amplification machine between us five, I think.
Agreed.
I am fine. I'm very happy, but
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
And away we go!
And away
And
we
away we
go.
Yeah, you need about an hour and a half, an hour, a bit more than an hour with the brooms. I do believe all of you got your flying license. Or are the brooms automated? The brooms are
I like the
probably-
brooms being automatic.
Yeah, they have intelligent flying.
Because I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure Elsie would not have a license.
Yeah, I'm talking with the gays. Of course, nobody's got a flying license.
Ariel just barely passed the test a very long time ago, and the license has since lapsed. So, on a technicality, maybe, but in actuality, don't give him control.
Okay, so you all share a broomer? Okay, no, that sounds wrong. Down to Glitz and Glam Studios, and you get there half an hour after the show is done.
I would probably have had since actually this is good since we have just established I would not be in control of any moving vehicle. I would have probably been trying to have the show open on my phone as we continued and just watching to see what else was going on, if Andy magically reappears, and specifically how it wraps up or how this segment wraps up and what Puck does. What do I catch when the broadcast wraps, if anything?
Actually, even with Andy's gone, Puck tries to take in Andy's place and advocate for her new kind of magic because that's his job, and he keeps the discussion always like light and breezy and tries to steer away from the but we can all feel magic, but more like into the academic, less approachable part of it. But he's having a great time. Dracul's having a great time. Professor Abraxas is like, yeah, like they're having their nerd out. And at the end, Puck just, as always, tells you about the 10 minutes commercial, and we will be right back.
May I also ask another deeply technical phone question as we're flying? Because as everybody knows, all games must hinge on deeply technical phone social media questions, as we've established.
Mhm.
Do I have any way to location track Andy's phone?
Ooh.
The answer to this can be no, but I would try.
What would you know what? I would allow you to roll, let's say Arcana, because Arcana kind of feels like coding in this world.
Arcana? Sorry, my audio was weird for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a
would
lot of
roll Arcana, but the DC is high.
Yeah, absolutely makes sense. I would simply give it a go.
Can I give you guidance?
I would happily take guidance if I am allowed it.
I allow guidance. I won't allow help action while sitting on a broom.
Yeah.
Fair. It's very noisy.
I was also going to maybe try and ask if they have VODs so that I could perhaps like download and investigate a VOD.
Every episode is like, in these 10 minutes, the episode is fast cut and put up into the cloud so people can rewatch it. So it's always available.
Delighted to report that even without that with guidance plus mod plus roll, that's a 17 plus 5, so that's a 22 somehow. Yay! Despite the fact that I only have a +3 to Arcana, and I'm not, in fact, I've absorbed something from what I just watched. The lore dump that Andy did has like reignited my
college, you remember college.
My college Arcana courses that I kind of slept through half of them.
Yeah, you find Andy's phone. It's actually in the studios. Who would have thought? So either Andy or Andy's phone haven't left the studio. Another thing, while you're in this 10 minutes commercial, you kind of feel like you're getting a bit faster.
Like the broom?
Like the broom?
The broom is getting faster.
While the broom is getting faster, can I download the quick cut and skim through it? And the part right before the break where it seemed like that's probably where Andy was doing whatever it was that got her in trouble. Can I like slow that down, zoom in on it, try and back and forth, watch the changes, sort of see if I can't get a sense if there's anything that I could see and notice through the recording, which might be a no.
Roll me investigation.
Can I give guidance?
Guidance is a cantrip, right?
Correct.
And if you apply to somebody, I know you can't apply.
It's not concentration.
Okay, so you can reapply it. Okay.
Also, it's technically gone already because I've used mine. So, and I believe it.
That's what
I believe it leaves.
This is my job as a cleric.
Yeah.
Unlike Baldur's Gate, where it lasts perpetually for 10 turns for unknown reasons, and I think in D&D mechanics, you can only use it once because it's a cantrip.
Yeah. So for investigation, I only ended up with a total of a 16. Might not be enough.
Not really. No, you see the camera, like when it cuts away, it's like a bird's view camera that kind of starts spinning before it turns into the logo, and you see her pulling out her phone, and you see Puck coming over in a not relaxed, but like in a not outright aggressive manner. And then it cuts to the logo, and the next time it goes back, swoop, her chair is empty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why are we speeding up, you guys? Is that something you can do? I haven't used a broom before.
I didn't.
Why
hit
haven't
any
we been
buttons
going
that
this
did it.
fast the whole time?
That's a great.
I'd like to see if there's any headlines about the Lime Broom Company being,
if
murdered,
this is
picked up.
This is remote. Has somebody hacked this to get us here? And if so, why does
Yeah.
that not make me feel better at all?
No.
You can all roll investigation or perception.
Oh, of course I'm going to, as I stare down at the city blurring by beyond us at very fast, dangerous speeds.
I'll give one of you guidance.
I look at the broomtail. 16.
I'll
Okay.
happily take that guidance. That's a 24.
Okay, what were you looking at, Emma?
I was looking at. Wow, I've just tried to figure out how ride lift services work and my brain immediately died. I was looking at. I presume, a la like when you pick like the city scooters things, if they were automated, that there's probably like some sort of small arcane place where you would just input destination and it would take you there, or we've done that on a little app on our phones. Whatever the place is that we initially like input, here's the destination, and it was like there's a broom 2 minutes away from you in your area approaching. And I want to, again, so social media style, but does it look like it's been taken over and hacked? Because that's at least what Ariel's assuming, is that this isn't like a brief malfunction of this specific device, but that somebody has messed with the electronic system or arcane system.
It's giving you a warning that you're going too fast and you're actually supposed to slow down. And then the app glitches.
Cool.
And then the app says security removed.
As this happens, I would like to cast an emboldening bond on all of. No, it's not the emboldening bond. Hold on. No, it's a warding bond.
Mm-hmm.
On all three of us hanging out here. If possible.
Yeah, I was looking at the tail because I figured it was a zoom forward thing, so the tail might have been where the zoom was at.
I mean, it is night by now, and it is pretty dark. You rolled what exactly?
16.
A 16 is in fact enough to see that the darkness behind the broom is a tiny bit darker than it was before.
I fall forward into the broom and I go, 50! 50!
No! You gotta keep holding on.
Oh, okay.
Gotta go fast.
Yes! Oh my god, thank you! Oh shit. Well, yeah, you deserve it.
I will remember this.
Yes.
And you see actually dark owl wings made of shadow just sprouting out. It's not even flapping, it's just gliding.
Yeah.
And it's going swoosh.
We're swooshing. Yeah, the broom definitely jostles as 7 foot Furbolg Celestine gets excited in the back.
Pretty tall. I need all of you. I'm so sorry. I need all of you to make that check.
Okay. Oh, chat.
So good. No, this is the absolute funniest thing that could happen. I love this. The joy in my body. If I fall off the broom, I accept my fate. Acrobatics, you said?
Is it acrobatics check or like a dexterity saving throw?
Okay, I'd say Emma and Irby, you're gonna do a dexterity saving throw, but Evie, you're gonna do an acrobatics check.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that gives you advantage, Emma, because of the warding bot.
Really? I get advantage. Thank you. Fun fact, this is the only character I've ever built where I technically have a negative score in both strength and dex.
Nice.
17.
I'm so proud, Andy says from the ether.
Andy, can you hear us?
That's a 13.
It
It would have been much worse.
11.
So
Yeah, we have a 13, and what else?
17 and 11, I believe. I believe.
11.
Okay, so now I'm gonna roll something.
Oh no!
Okay, but let this be known. If you take damage, you have resistance to it.
Okay.
There's also a second part to that, if I recall
There is
correctly.
also a second part to that, but that will also take that damage.
I love
Okay.
Wedding Bond because it's so like, yeah, you get resistance to damage. There is a side effect, but don't worry too much
But
about
resistance
that.
to damage also comes back this way, but at least there's a resistance to damage and there is advantage on saving throws. So.
Emma, Evie, I need the two of you to decide who's gonna get odds and who's gonna get even.
Oh, because one of us has
Ooh.
to go.
Because 5 can't catch both of you. They roll terrible.
Odds.
Evens.
Okay.
That's where my lucky number is anyway.
Oh no.
5 is gotta go for the person they know.
Oh yeah, understandably.
So, this is fantastic and terrible. As Celeste nearly runs over the broom, does nearly a backflip to touch the shadow. She basically knows she can't touch.
But in the excitement.
In the excitement, Melcy is able to hold on as a voice in her head tells you, no, keep holding on. Ariel, you just had your phone in your hand. Never text and drive, kids.
I'd like to also remind everybody that I am the character that rolled a nat 20 on walking down the sidewalk with my phone in my hands, and I would like to personally believe that Ariel did not learn from that experience, hence why we're here today.
Yeah.
Hence why we're here today. And while Celeste and Ariel both tumble down into the darkness towards the city lights flashing below them, Celeste, you get snatched by an owl claw. Ariel, you keep falling, and you hear from above you, shit!
Honestly, hearing 5 say that is the most concerning part. That's, yep.
Do you feather
Yep.
fall?
See, I was checking on if I'd learned that spell.
Oh
And I do have to ask how high up we are, because it does say while you're within 60 feet of me. So if you fall without of 60 feet, then you no longer have a warding bond on you. Which...
Does it like dissipate as well the second that I leave that range, or is it 60 feet when you cast it initially, or
while the target
like...
is within 60 feet of you, it gains +1 bonus to AC and the saving throws. It has resistance to all damage, and then also each time it takes damage, you take the same amount.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Drops to 0 hit points, or the target becomes separated by more than 60 feet.
Right. It would be a shame if something were to rapidly change the amount of distance between us.
Right.
For any
Right.
random non-specific reason.
If we all fell together.
Yes.
So.
No, that's smart. That's very, very smart. I just have a -1 of dex.
Okay, now, does anybody of you knows the metric system?
A bit.
Yes, but I'm
context
not there
of-
on account of being dead. Maybe.
Yes, but what is the context for knowing the metric system?
If
Yes.
I tell you you're up around 20 meters in the air, that would be the 6th floor.
That's like 65 feet.
That's
Yeah.
that's 60
Because
to
that's like
65
the
feet.
6th floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a nice like it's nice to
Also-
walk, but falling ain't it.
Yeah, so I think that also there's another trajectory we're forgetting, which is we are moving this way very fast, and you are going to now just do this number very fast.
Oh yeah,
And
like we have
so
a variety of problems.
Our
currently
hypotenuse
overlapping.
is going to get stretched.
Yeah.
The most immediate is that you're going to leave me very, very far behind. Sorry, the second most immediate is that you're about to leave me very far behind very quickly. The most immediate is the ground that is coming towards me. Yeah, 6th floor would be 60, 65 feet depending. I am mentally doing math of that.
Yeah, that's
So
So hear
I
me
love
out.
fall damage.
My character sheet specifically says I have proficiency with a whip.
Yes.
What is 50 feet of rope other than a very large whip?
As a person who's both proficient in real life with ropes
know.
and whips, there are a lot of differences.
I know. But I was gonna maybe.
I get so excited when
Rope
anyone
whip.
here starts a sentence with "hear me out." It makes me very happy.
And rodeo catch.
Now,
Our
that's
falling
something
bard.
different. If you want to do the Applejack,
Guidance. Guidance. Guidance.
I love the idea you don't even know what's happening. You just feel there's disruption. You reach back until you touch somebody, anybody, and you just guidance.
Guidance.
Like, I can't, it's too late to stop you from doing what you're doing, but I can at least perhaps mitigate the consequences.
Yeah, Mousie's been
Mhm.
sitting in the center. That's what's allowed her to not fall off of things, and so it's just
Hey.
like boop, 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 boop.
okay, Evie, I need you to tell me one single reason why this should work. I love the idea. I'm here for it. Give me one reason.
Because Celeste did grow up with sort of more rural culture and they had to rope calves, so she learned to rodeo catch entities, which could apply to a falling bard.
What is a falling bard if not an entity? Everybody's saying that, I think. All the time.
Yeah, okay, fuck it, I'll allow it.
All right, I imagine the DC is going to be ridiculous on this. It's okay.
Let me say it this way. I'm gonna either it's I know it's probably either it's not gonna work or it's gonna work, but depending on what you roll, it's a good. Okay, it's a terrible idea. I love terrible ideas. Rule of cool. Let's go. But honey, if you want to trade, it's gonna be a trade.
Yes. So I think that the acrobatics check makes the most sense for this because I am trying to like doodle and get the rope to like whoop out there, right?
I would actually say give me a throwing weapon attack.
Okay. Oh, so basic, same, because I have proficiency with whips and throwing weapons. And then wait, but if it's a weapon attack, do I get the guidance?
Oh, yeah.
Does guidance appear?
I
Then
think
you
it's
don't get the
skill
guidance.
only. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, on ability checks.
Okay. Well, let's see what we do.
Hold
My
on.
Say.
I can bless you.
Okay.
Bless it takes a minute to
Achoo.
cast.
It's
An
an action.
action.
An action.
And this is fast. I don't know.
I would have allowed in guidance because right now you're like, Oprah, you get a guidance, you get a guidance. A bless is a tiny bit different.
Well, it might still be okay. That's a total of 18.
Okay, a total of 18. The DC for okay, whatever fucking goes was 25. The DC
shit.
for okay, let's roll with it was 20. You did get over a 15, so it's gonna work out somehow.
No, I don't know if I like that.
We got a Ariel flapping in the wind behind us.
Literally.
How long
Yeah,
is your rope?
50 feet of rope, right? You get silken helm.
Okay, so Ariel's not gonna scrap over the ground.
Oh, no.
That was my first thought, was I get beautifully caught and then I smash into every building we
Yeah,
go through.
you're doing the Achilles behind the car. No. That's not gonna work. Tell
You know
me
that scene in The Winter Soldier where they just go through every single building with the shield? That, except I'm a bard and I have an AC of 10.
Evie, Celeste just fell off a broom.
Yes.
Got caught by a giant
Yes.
owl claw made out of shadow.
Mm-hmm.
somehow
Watched her friend continue to fall and had
continue-
presence of mind to go boom, which is
somehow
ridiculous.
got out there her rope that she totally had on her
Keeps it on her hip.
because Celeste is secret Applejack. Gets the rope off her hip, flings it into the loop that pulls itself together. Now tell me, how exactly do you rodeo out of an owl claw?
So, I mean, it's a throw. And so most of that is just like arm work and a toss. The thing is, usually when you rodeo I'm from Montana and rodeos are a real thing. And usually when you do it, you're aiming at their head.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
So
Continue. This tracks. I see where we're headed. I mean, pun intended, I guess.
Ariel, what's your armor class?
Oh, it's 10. It's a
so at
solid
least you
10.
hit.
It's a solid 10. I was built for not combat.
It's an 11 if you're still within 60 feet.
No. You want to go over, so you actually get her.
Yeah, it's a 10.
So you got her. Him, right? You got him?
I got him.
Now's the question. And Evie, that's a decision I need from you. Will this hurt Ariel or will this hurt Celeste? I mean, it's gonna hurt both of you because you rolled below the 20, but who's
Yeah.
gonna get the bigger damage die? And who's gonna get the negative thing, TM?
So there's an aspect of it's going around Ariel's head. That's not a good way to do. Even if you grab the rope, that's just not a good way to get caught.
I promise you, I will not insta-kill Ariel.
No. However, at the same time, the other consideration is that I am in owl claws that are not meant to gently cuddle somebody. And I am now about to take on the weight of a person who has been falling with terminal velocity force on my shoulders.
Yes.
So I think it's actually me that ends up with more of the damage because I've kind of got two sources of it. Even though you're going to get
is that your
maybe
decision?
some throat problems going forward. It might be hard to see. I'm sorry. So I think it does make. I think it kind of makes a little more sense that it's me because of the ways this can come together.
The beautiful high octane roller coaster we have constructed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I am impressed. Let's start with Celeste. No, let's start with Ariel. Ariel, the ground is coming and it's coming fast. Oh boy, if you weren't afraid of heights before, now might be a good moment to be. And
I've acquired that fear instantly.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if you're screaming or not. That's for you to decide.
I think I am. I think I definitely am. I think it's hard not to be.
Bardic voice. Might as well use it.
Exactly.
You're falling and screaming, and that's a full-time job. So in the first second,
Sorry, that's so true. Yep.
So in the first second, you don't quite realize what's happening when a loop shoots at you out of the dark, and while shooting at you, it's getting a bit larger because the knot is slipping back, and good news, doesn't get around your neck and snaps your neck. Congratulations, because you're like flailing like crazy. It gets caught in your like a part of your shoulder, like it goes like this, and it goes bump, and every tiny bit of air is just like pushed out of your lungs. It hurts like mother trucker for a moment, but actually, like you can get a hand in it, and after the first new breaths, it's okay. It's okay. You only take 4 damage. On the other side of that rope, let's have some fun and roll some other damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Celeste, this is a bad situation, girl. You've thrown your lasso and you just like, it's dark out there. You have to rely on your memory muscle. This is not, you haven't done for a long time. Most of the time you were aiming for the neck, and that's not a good moment to aim for the head.
Yeah, I think that there's this moment of like, so like, I'm not super out of practice because I imagine, now that I'm giving Celeste a little bit more backstory, that, you know, you keep your rope on you because it's funny to like, boom, boom, rope in front of somebody and then they trip. Like, you know, little pranks. But that's like grabbing a bush, which is super easy to do. And that my other muscle memory is grabbing a head. And so I'm like, reach for her. And I reach with the rope and I throw it and I go, no, there's that, not the head. Like in my own like panic body, I go, oh no, not the head. And so like maybe I put a wiggle in the rope or something, but it's gonna hurt me as I have to like quickly probably like wrap a bit of the rope around my shoulder to help as I realize that I'm about to take on the brunt of this weight.
Yeah. And you feel the rope extending. You feel you got her. And you feel like, oh, okay, it's getting tense. I got her. I got him. And then you go like, oh shit, the rope is getting tense. Fuck. It's not like, you're pretty sure you still needed those shoulders.
Yep.
Odds or even, darling?
Evens.
I rolled odds. It's your your character's right-handed.
Yeah.
Your right shoulder just pops right out.
Yeah.
And while, I mean, Ariel is slender and beautiful and not as heavy as he might have been, you're still inside of an owl claw. And what happens is basically, you're still inside. Fivo catches you just like that, but the claws rip alongside you.
Yeah.
You take 18 points of damage.
18. Okay, I'm
By
okay.
half, because
That hurts.
you have resistance because there's a warding bond up. So you only take 9, but also Mousy, who has been really quiet on the broom, just kind of panicking, also just kind of cries out for a minute, like, ow.
I stop screaming and immediately hear the 2 people above me start screaming.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a Three Stooges routine.
We're trying to rescue you, okay? Appreciate our art and our
doing an
efforts.
excellent
The
job
emphasis
so
is on
far.
trying.
We did such a great job in like, we're going to go do the thing. We did a great bunch of great research checks, tracked the phone, and then other things occurred and we forgot the brooms are fast and high above the
Emma?
Mainly I opened my big fat mouth and gave the DM an idea, and I'm so sorry. I thought it would be funny flavor.
Framing. What happened is you got a message, hey, shit's going on. You looked for the shit. You found the shit. You called an Uber and basically managed to halfway get killed on that Uber.
We can't be trusted in moving vehicles. This is established.
Honey, I love all of you.
This is very established.
You
We're
can't be trusted
bad
with
at this.
anything. You can't be trusted with a spoon.
You know, so true. Oh. Yeah. At what point, out of pure curiosity, as I have been caught and presumably Celeste has been kind of yank forward, but you are still 50 still has you. How like high up above that? We're like 65 feet up off the ground. Where am I in relation to the broom? How far am I beneath y'all?
I would imagine that because there takes an amount of rope to loop you, and that I'm also kind of like had to have looped myself just a little, that there's probably about 10 feet that's not being usable in length. So 40 feet of rope distance between us.
Okay. Okay.
If that sounds good to the DM.
Yeah, so still second floor. You see somebody on the balcony looking very surprised into to your direction. But hey, they know you from TV. A little kid is
Ariel-
waving at you.
Ariel quietly is like, this will be some form of hashtag very shortly, and I will deal with that consequence if I survive the night. Siren midair.
Flying siren.
Flying siren.
And while all of you are slowly but surely, some partially on a rope that's slowly getting roped in, aim for the glittering lights of glitz and glams in the near distance. You'll be there soon. Let's cut back to Andy.
Yes, sorry. I was lying down listening to this, so I had to sit up. Life is very hard.
Life is hard. Life is always hard. So, you try to lie, and we all agree that was a bad idea.
I recanted though.
You are actually brought to the medics. The medics take a look at you and are like, okay. And they start giving you some medicine against the burns and try to like your wings are still a bit smothering, so they very gently try to tap it out. But now that you're backstage, the humming gets God dang it. Now that you're backstage, the humming gets ever so stronger. And what's not very comfortable is that Puck's standing there all the time looking at you, smiling.
And he's also on TV, right?
No, this is in the 10 minutes break still.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna kind of like accept the medical support and say, Puck, I don't want to interrupt. You can go back to the show. I'll just be right here.
Andy, are we friends? Would you say that we are friends?
Would you say that we're friends?
I would love to call you my friend.
Well, you can call me whatever you want, friend.
So if you call me a friend too, that makes us friends, right?
Do I believe that this is a legal FAE contract?
Oh, this is absolutely fake contract.
I would love to have a friendship with you.
Well, isn't this wonderful? Because, see, I don't know what you're trying to do out there. But
I was talking about my magic.
Yeah, but what was that with the hum?
I just wanted people to be able to hear the magic.
Mm-hmm. And that's all.
Well, I mean, I have arcane curiosity like everybody else. I'm an arcanist. The more we can learn about magic, the better we are.
You know, Andy. You know. I just had a splendid idea. Listen, you said you had a natural curiosity for the arcane, for the intricate workings of this world. Right?
Yeah.
I have something that might interest you.
I'm about to get turned into a book, y'all. Oh,
Would you like to work for me?
in what capacity? I'm job searching at the moment, but I of course want to know what the job would entail before signing on.
Sorting a very complex arcane matter out that would make you very famous if you published something about it.
And
You
I
would
would be free to publish about it.
Oh yeah, totally. You can publish about it as much as you want,
We're friends, right, Puck?
if you say so.
So I can ask you if you are similarly interested in the friendship that I am interested in, at the level at which I am interested. I can ask you what the catch is for this job. What is the thing that makes this entirely undesirable?
Well, Andy, we are friends.
You
And
keep saying so, yes.
I think we can agree that we both would like to be friends.
I certainly would like it if we could be in a mutually beneficial friendship.
A mutual beneficial relationship called friendship. That is wonderful to hear. Listen, Andy. I am currently on the trace of something very big. I know I have been all over the news because of things I gotta do for it, but come here. I might have found a way to make all this about the contracts just disappear. I could set all of us free. No more bullshit with true names, no more bullshit with sorry and thank you. We could talk like normal people. You already see it here in my domain. I can thank my employees and they won't chew off my head for it. And it's not just because I'm human. It
That
can
does
start
help,
with me
though.
because I'm human. But I have found a way how you can be free forever to pursue the science you wish, to pursue knowledge as much as you want.
And going back to my original question, what is the catch?
You might be branded, well, if what I am planning is failing, you might be branded as high treason person alongside with me. In the entire FAE world might have to leave it. People might try to steal magic. You might be on a list of people whose head is worth a tiny bit
But
of money.
you wouldn't be trying to steal my magic through some kind of
Not-
siphoning.
No, Andy, I can give you my hand on it. I can make it a fairy deal, true and old, that I will not steal your personal magic.
And the terms of my employment would be as a researcher and an academic.
Imagine you bought a lot of wool for a very low price and it comes to you all tangled.
You
I'm
bought a
really-
lot of magic at a very low price.
I'm
And
really
now you
bad at
can't
detangling.
untangle it. Okay. Andy is on board with this, actually, I feel like. Can you fix my nose?
fix your nose? What's about your nose?
I'm bleeding.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the medicine should help you, but hold
You got
still.
like a prestidigitation in you?
Oh, he just gonna healing word you.
Oh, thank you. Look at you with healing spells.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I'm gonna text my friends because I'll bet they're confused.
I see that. I would prefer you not.
Just
Unless,
to like let them know I'm okay.
certainly. The problem is the more people know, the higher is the walls have ears, phones are tracked.
Well, that would need to be a condition of my employment because we are sort of a group detective agency. We haven't
takes-
like branded ourselves or anything, but
He pulls out, he points at your phone, pulls out his own, takes it out of its, like, what's it called again? Not shell, is it?
Shell works.
Case?
Phone case.
Case, thank you. And taps on the little fox on the back. Kitsune is really good at listening in.
okay, so I can tell them, just not over the phone.
You can tell them. You can try to help make them join, but not on the phone.
Okay, that's fine. I will just text them and tell them that I'm okay though. That's and I think I put in the group chat. Just kidding, everything's fine. Come to the after party or we can go get snacks after and discuss my performance! Exclamation point, witch emoji.
I have
And that
to
never
ask.
reaches us.
I
That
have
never
to
reaches
ask.
us.
Presumably, is this being said during the period of time where we're screaming and falling off of roofs? Yeah,
So
I
Mousie's like
assume.
the only one who would actually see this during all of
You
it.
said you weren't
probably.
checking your inbox.
My email. I'm not checking the email. It's getting
Fair enough.
organized. I've looked at these group texts. That's part of the screaming. I take the 9 damage alongside Celeste and then scream out, "She's fine!"
It's mostly
And I reply back, yes, I caught her! Or him. Wait, no. Sorry. Wrong!
It's so good. I can't check my phone. Actually, do I?
Same.
Not to
Mine might have
offer
fallen.
an
Yours might have
opportunity
fallen.
for- I was gonna say not to offer an opportunity for more problems because I personally think it would be fun and Ariel would have a very bad time about it. Do I still have my phone or is my phone lost to the plummet?
Roll a d20 for me.
Oh yeah. 5.
Your phone's gone, bitch.
I
Oh,
rolled
yeah.
10.
Your phone is still there.
Okay.
There
And
is a second pained scream as the phone shatters beneath. Ariel sounds somehow just as in pain about that, if not more, than the act of falling to death.
Hooray! We finally eventually get to the place.
Jilly,
Maybe.
the healing stuff is doing its work. It's the good stuff, probably from Dracul. Yeah, you get all your HP back. And
Wait. Do your wings also come back then?
yeah,
So do they have that new wing sheen on them?
by all means.
Like when you've gotten a fresh skin peel and like there's that extra glow?
They're shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Puck, like like in theaters, there's this little speaker on the walls that goes like, "Call. We're going back live in 5 minutes." It's 2 minutes here, and Puck looks up. You could start right now if you want to. I can handle the show.
Okay. I need to catch them up. So yeah, let them know that I'll come back. If you want to make this a regular segment, I wouldn't be mad about that.
Sweetheart, let me tell you, you ran circles around me, and I don't get that pleasure very often.
We can chat. My people will call your people.
I'm
To
gonna
be
give you my
transparent,
number
my
later.
people are these people.
Absolutely. Psst. The hot Spart is coming too, right?
Oh, sure.
Oh, he's such a snack.
He certainly does like snacks. Yes.
Oh, sweet summer child. Yes, that's too. You want to start right away?
Sure.
Great. And Puck claps his hands, and between his hands, a little grayish portal starts to form, and he takes his hands apart, and it's getting a little bit bigger. It's not like the fancy, fairy, glittery, colorful portals you all know and love from like the fancy public transport or some events. It looks and kind of smells like it's old and a bit like stale cigarette smoke and a bit unpolished, not pretty, not shiny, not perfect. But on the other side, like it's that ring, and on the other side you see, oh mama, it's the most intricate and complicated and beautiful and complicated and shiny and complicated arcane pattern you have ever seen in your entire life. Puck wasn't kidding. Like, if you get to detangle this thing, if you're gonna get this to work, you're alive. Like, people gonna know you for generations.
That's so cool.
I can handle the show. And as soon as the others are here, I'm gonna bring them in too.
Okay. You should probably let me tell them that it's okay for you to do that because they maybe think that you were trying to kill me.
Feel free.
I'm gonna send a photo of it. It's just Andy going like this with Puck. And it's like, we're good. Puck will take you to where I am when you get here. And that's it.
This picture will cause Mousy to panic. The "I'm fine" text was okay. Now that there is a follow-up evidence, Mousy is very suspicious. Mousy needs this broom to actually go faster, if at all possible. She is informing Celeste and Ariel, oh my god, no, actually, she's not okay. We need to get there. Puck is holding her captive right now. There is some serious issues.
And while you're relying that to the group, Annie, do you step through the portal?
Yeah.
Okay, then what you saw was just the beginning. It's like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's everything you ever dreamed of and more. And this weave of magic, like, it's tangled and not, but you can do this. You're pretty sure you can do this. Like, it's like some trickster magic, some floral magic, some time magic, some this, some that. Like, a lot of magic just like weaves into another, but like can't really get to stick because they're so opposite to each other. But all the strings connect forward, and you see a tall wall that just is thousands and thousands. Like, the wall is immensely, and you see it's just made out of countless screens, just TV by TV by TV, flickering in blue light, showing the same face. Puck smiling, Puck questioning, Puck doing his thing. Show, sparks, shimmer, glitz and glam. episode after episode, everything, like, thing when you have your TV on, but you also listen to music, but you also have a podcast, because sometimes your brain just doesn't do the brain that, but like 100. And it is an adult, but looking like a small child with all the strings running to him, just looking at the wall with empty, empty eyes, is a man with long, shimmering silver moth wings, laying on the ground,
What?
empty-eyed. And you see broken, somewhat gnarly antlers sprouting out of his forehead. There's a thick layer of dust on his hair. This person hasn't moved in a century. And under
Is
the
it-
dust, you see the little golden shimmer of a crown.
Yeah.
Baby, you just found Oberon.
Guys, I found Oberon. Everything's fine.
And that's just where we're gonna end for today.
I mean, Puck knew that I was going to discover that because he took me here. So,
Oh yeah, did I already say that the portal closes behind you?
of course it did. And I told my friends that it was totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally fine. We totally believe you too.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
he
also
did
believe
put-
you and did not. Yeah.
He did put me in a giant room with like untold magic potential. So that is potentially an issue for him in the long run.
Okay, let's do a quick round around the table. Everybody say who they are and where we can find you. Let's start with Evie, because we ended with you. I know how to
Cool.
speak.
Yeah, I'm Evie. I've been playing Celeste. I hope that I made you happy by saving the wonderful bard tonight, even though it was my fault that they were imperiled. This is common. I don't have anything happening at the moment. Everything's just sort of planning phases right now, trying to get things put together. But you can follow me at Evie Story on social medias. If there's going to be a thing that happens, it'll be announced. So
Wonderful. Jilly, let's proceed with you.
Hi, I'm Jilly. You can find me at Oh Look It's Jilly most places on the internet. I'm hanging out on Blue Sky at the moment, so come hang with me. I am here, and I will be at the finale. And the last Friday we finished our masks campaign, Metallic Teens in the City of Tomorrow. All of those sessions are being edited and will be on YouTube soon, but you can find them on Exquisite Corpse's Twitch archive. And we had like a very satisfying finale, so I recommend that if you haven't watched that series, it's a really fun masks campaign. The other campaign that I'm in on Dare to Dream on Pantsless Tales is on hiatus this week. We will be announcing our return fairly soon. We've had some of our table have some things come up, so we're going to be maybe working on our schedule. And I am also currently trying to read more this year. So if you would like to come on social media and talk to me about books that you're enjoying, that would be fun too, because I'm trying to I read 56 books last year, and my goal is 60 this year, so we'll see how we go. That's me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Irvi, it's up to you.
Oh gosh, howdy. Thanks. Hi, I am Irby Fitz, and I've been mousy for you today. I hope you've enjoyed all of her panic attacks and the resourcefulness of her brewmate. You can find me across the internet though as Caesar Slot, pretty much everywhere. Though typing in Irby Fitz is probably a little bit easier. I am, in fact, the only one out there. If you're ever interested in playing a game with me, you can find me on Start Playing. I host games there regularly, as well as being a GM for hire. Otherwise, you can catch me here when the finale rocks and rolls next week. Otherwise, I am also doing another finale on January 24th over on Pantsless Tables, which is going to be Discerning Diviner. It's a playtest of my old game, The Residents. So come by and find out which one of 3 lucky residents is going to win a pot full of gold. But otherwise, my friends, I think that's about all. But please don't forget to check on your neighbors.
Thank you so much, Emma. Take it away.
Hello, it's me. I'm Emma. I have been Ariel, your lovely, glamorous, and most circumstances today bard. I think I've made the joke before about TTRPG characters I play that I greatly enjoy being in distress, having my characters be in distress or imperiled in game, and nothing brings me more joy than when that carries forward. So this has been delightful. I will be here for the finale. I, unlike Ariel, as I make the joke every week, have a very minimal online findable presence, and actually don't have a lot of other streams coming up. But I have remembered that I believe I am now allowed to talk about the fact that if you are in the vicinity of New York City in February and March, and you want to come see one of my plays performed in the Queen's Short Play Festival, come see it. It will be great, and I'm really excited that that's happening.
Okay, step 1, unmute yourself if you want to talk. Hi, everybody. I'm the bard with many names, also known as Bard, also known as Laura. You can find me anywhere on the internet and every social media that I have found as Bard with many names. Most active I am on Instagram, where I also share a daily quote of what I have written today, because I actually am a professional screenwriter and I'm trying to write again, which is a thing I might have to do to get money. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I have to remember people need to eat. So if you want to know what's going on in my beautiful brain, if I'm not terrifying my players, you can watch me. You can check me out there. I will be here for the finale of FAE Inc. I will be here for the finale of Irvy's wonderful game, which name I totally can pronounce after 3 hours of DMing. I'm cool, everything's fine. I will be here Tuesdays after FAE Inc. because there will be the 2nd season of Misadventures with Magic, which I'm so hyped about. I can't wait to play my guitar playing soft boy again. He's such a beautiful. I love that boy. I'm part of House of Dreams, where we are guaranteedly doing stuff, things going on. And if you want to see me in real life, you can find me this year at Conquest of Mythodeo as a bard, running around making music. And if you want to play with me in real life, I just got offered to host a game in Munich at the 8th of March at a Finter exclusive event. So if you identify as Finter and you're like, hey, yeah, I want to see that bitch in real life, come by. I'm just me. So yeah, it has been a wonderful evening. I don't know how to talk anymore, so I will let all of you go into the night and wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.